live in full effect for 2024. Oops, started the music too soon, but it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. 2024 and your favorite podcast.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, yeah. Riffin with Griffin.
Yeah.
Woo, woo. Yeah, yeah. Welcome back to Riffin with Griffin, my friends. We are back. All new Riffin with Griffin. You know, got a lot going on, but like, I got the new Monday segment for Patreon and all those people. And then once again, it's always Riffin with Griffin on Wednesdays. Today, there's so much. Epstein List, Katt Williams interview, Golden Globes, a couple of reviews of some stuff I really like. But as always, here we are with Riffin with Griffin. You know, the voice didn't start off good today, but, you know, it is what it is. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Riffin with Griffin. We are live. We are live once again, and I appreciate everybody being here, as always. I know I didn't do it last week. You know, I got a lot going on in my life right now. You know, a baby on the way, but as always, thank you for subscribing. That helps a lot, so please subscribe, share, do all that stuff. Hit the notifications so you know when I'm going live. I'm going live on Wednesdays. I'll tell you everything. And then, you know, Twitch. If you're Twitch people, you know I love Twitch. I'm on Twitch all the time. Doing my I'm gonna be on Twitch actually doing the Monday segments too. So if you want to watch that live, if you're a Twitch subscriber, you can watch the whole thing. But if you want to catch a little bit of it, you can watch 5 minutes for free when you go to Twitch because it's subscriber only. Then it's going to Patreon and stuff like that. That's just me getting buck wild and raw with all kind, whatever's happening in the moment, you know. Sometimes there's always some crazy stuff. And as always, I finally promise you, every Monday, Patreon content. So all you people that want to be a part of the Patreon, now's the time, you know. And I appreciate all the people that have been doing it just to support me, and I appreciate that. So, and here we are, everybody, back again, Riffin with Griffin. Yeah, so thank you as always. You know what I mean? You guys are great. You know, I love my fans that come up to me at airports, at comedy clubs. You know, you bought tickets for me last year in 2023. All the people that supported, we're going to keep doing it this year. So, I mean, as you know, I mean, the biggest news right now is that, you know, Rachel, we are like in our 8th month now. So it's like literally any time now, this lady, she could be bursting, you know, ready to burst this baby out. So it has been an incredible journey. It really has, you know, almost 9 months of like, you know, all the things, the preparing, the doctor's appointments, you know, dealing with like making her comfortable, the emotions of it. I am still so nervous. I am nervous and anxious and scared. You know, it's like, you know, I've lived a long time already, and now it's like I have to live, you know, for someone else. You know what I mean? Like to make sure that this kid has a happy, healthy life, and you know, make sure my wife is happy. And it's just like, it can be overwhelming to think about it, but yeah, man, it is what it is. So it's been, you know, like I say, it's quite a journey that we've been going on. So now we're going to the doctor every week. So all the people that know about that have had kids, you know how that it goes right now. So right now we're at the every week, and you know, we go in and like we did an ultrasound last week, and it was just incredible, you know. There's just great picture of the, you know, he has like, we see like 2 fingers, like he's giving like the peace sign, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's crazy, just a little kid. So, you know, we had the ultrasound, and then last week, a couple days ago, we went and you know, we heard the heartbeat again, and the baby's strong. It's probably going to be a big ass baby. You know, Rachel's almost 6 foot. I'm 6'3". You know, her dad's almost 7 foot. So, you know, we having a big ass baby. I'm thinking 10 pounds. I feel like the baby's going to be like, 10 pounds. We got to do like an over under. What do you think my baby's going to be? Right now, like about 3 weeks ago when we did this other ultrasound, they measured and they were like, okay, the baby's 7 pounds and something, they figured. And I was like, damn. And that's like, we still got time to go. And the baby grows like, I don't know, half a pound every week or something. I don't even know how it all works, or it's crazy, but I think it's going to be a big ass baby. But, that's what's been going on with, and then the thing too is in my workout journey, I've been at it, man. And I love it. I love working out. I love the weightlifting part of it. And so, if you follow me on Instagram, you could check my weight loss journey that's going on there. It's really, I realize that there's like, and someone sent me this message too on Instagram. I wish I could have the person's name so I can give them full credit. But, weight loss for me now is like, it's three aspects of it right now. Okay. So I'm doing the cardio for my heart health, because that's what cardio is, for your heart health, so I can so I can run. So I've been doing this when I do my warm up before I do like the main exercises with my trainer is, I'll go on the treadmill for like 15 minutes, just a walk with an incline, but the last 6 minutes, I'll put the treadmill on like 4.5, and then I'll run for a minute and then walk for a minute, run for a minute, walk for a minute. And, I'm getting there now. I can really do the whole full minute run. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but like if your kid is running towards traffic, I want to be able to I got to skedaddle and go get this kid, right? So I'm just trying to take care of myself for all those reasons too. And it also feels good. So you got the cardio for your heart health, so you can moving and grooving, and the blood flow helps with your brain. Second aspect is I want to be stronger. So that's why I'm the weightlifting. The weightlifting is about my strength, So I'm like, I love the weightlifting, and I feel stronger too. I love I'm around the house lifting shit, and I'm like, oh, this feels good, because you got to lift this baby. And shout out to my trainer, Willis. He's always like, you're going to have to get on the ground and pick up this baby. You're going to have to hold. So he does a lot of exercises where I'm lifting and squatting and putting my body weight on the ground and getting up. Oh man, the worst exercise is this thing called walking push-ups. I hate it. Just walking push-ups. You have to I have to go down to the ground in a push-up position and then get myself back up without using my putting my hands on my knees or anything like that. And I have to do that 12 times. Now you might think that sounds easy, but if you're heavy like me, if you're like, damn, I'm 300 pounds right now, it's crazy. It don't even seem like it, But yeah, it's hard, but it's like, that's what you have to do. Get on the ground with the kid and get back up again. So, but I feel myself slendering down. I can see it in my face, my shoulders are filling out a little bit. And so, this is just the start of the weight loss journey. So, we'll see where that's going right now, but that's been pretty good, man. The weight loss part of it has just been the working out weight. So that's the three aspects of it. Oh, and the third aspect I forgot is, your weight is about what you eat. So, and that's the hardest part, if we're being honest, working out for 20 minutes is ultimately that's nothing. The food you intake, 3-4 times a day, every single day to survive, and trying to manage what that is, that's the hard part for all of us. But if you break it down and think about those three things, it doesn't have to be this daunting, overwhelming thing about oh my God, I want to look good naked and my physique isn't changing. It's about feeling good, Cardio for your heart, for your mental brain flow, so you don't have brain fog, and you're feeling good about yourself. The strengthening for your weight, weightlifting, so your body is stronger, and that helps with weight loss. And then the food you take. So that's definitely the thing, man. So we'll see how it goes, but right now it's going pretty good. So I've been off. No ads today. I don't even know if I'm gonna have ads for this year. We have to see. You know what I mean? Shout out to All Things Comedy. Get to work. Give me some ads. But it was a crazy 2023. Because my wife has been pregnant the whole time, but a lot of stuff has been happening. And again, I want to say again, remember, every Mondays, I will be doing Monday mornings. I'm trying to do it at 10 a.m. every Monday, live on Twitch, and then that video will go for my Patreon. So if you want to be a Twitch subscriber, you watch it live there, or later, if you're a YouTube member, I don't know how many YouTube members I have. I got to check, but mostly for Patreon, YouTube members, and Twitch subscribers, that video will go up, and I'll do it live on Twitch. And sometimes I'll do a little teaser on Instagram live too. We'll see. But I'm going to be doing the extra content. Promise you that. So if you go there you go. So anyways, you know what? Oh, you know what? Let's go to our comments. Like we like to do. We're still doing our comment section for the, every day. All right. So somebody, once again, another comment about the Lee Brothers podcast. This could have been the greatest trio podcast of all time. Jack B616. Yeah, probably. But people, it is what it is. Fernando Benuelas P whatever. As a mover, he said, because this is about, I remember there was this movie company disaster of episodes way ago. I don't even remember what it was, but he said the customers also should know the dangers of requesting such a hard demand. The couch would be difficult to take up there because of the angle of the stairs. See, everybody has, but that comment is about perspective. So you're paying people to help you move. They are messing up your stuff. And then here's a mover being like, hey man, this is actually a hard job. And you got to be aware of stuff. So, just always think there's another perspective to everything. Let's see. Chew, sir, about time you show up. Where you been? I've been busy trying to be a future dad. Fixing up this baby room is so much, man. So somebody said, main gamer with 2 R's 3 days ago. Griffin, let me work for you. I'll post your clips daily everywhere. Okay, well, hit me up, dude. Let's see here. I don't know what that's stupid. Okay, so here we go. Nate Cepeda 8338. Eric, would love to hear your take on Katt Williams versus Steve and Cedric drama going on right now. He was on the Club Shay Shay. Wondering if you got a chance to see it. All right, so let's just get into it. So that's just where we're at now, y'all. That's where we're at. Yeah, man, this Katt Williams, this Katt Williams Club Shay Shay thing has been it's taken over the internet, A lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are making videos about it. I'm doing it right now, right? But it just really is a testament to the type of personality that Katt Williams is. The dude is really just, one of the things about him, he's a fantastic orator, okay? He's got that thing that when he speaks, you want to listen to him. Whether you agree with him or not, he got that thing. You know what I'm talking about? He could have been there's people in history that have an it factor. They become like comedians. They become dictators. They become movie stars, or they become cult leaders. They become, it's like this crazy charisma that certain people have. And whether you love him or hate him, Katt got that thing, man. He got this thing about it. He could have been like a mega church leader. You know what I mean? Congregation, this is your pastor, Pastor Williams. He could have had that thing that everybody would have been like, and it's like, and there's been people in history who you like on different sides of the spectrum of what you think is good and evil, or what you think has been moral or immoral, but they all have that thing. Someone like Farrakhan got that thing. He could talk, and he makes you be like, oh, okay. But then he'll say something off-putting, and you'll be like, oh, man, what? But you lost in the sauce, Hitler. I mean, think about Hitler. For him to, inspire people the way he did, the dude could have been if he was alive today, he could have been a great movie star. If he had decided not to do what he did, maybe he would have been a great man. Who knows, right? But he chose a evil path, right? Martin Luther King, he had that thing. He could speak, the way he spoke, the way he used words to paint pictures in your head. He was just great at that. He was a powerful leader because of the way he spoke. you know? But then you have people like Charles Manson who convinced people to be crazy. Like he convinced people that he was like God or something. And there are people that, you have, because you know what I mean? Like there are people that believe these cult leaders and they've done crazy things. But when you hear them, they had some sort of charisma, Anyways, I'm getting off track. The point is, Katt Williams got that thing. Now, here's how I feel about some of the stuff in the Katt Williams thing. First of all, a lot of this is 20 years old. A lot of this is ongoing. A lot of this is like, Katt's perspective. So, like, I'm going to pick apart one thing, like the Ricky Smiley part of this, okay? So Ricky Smiley was also in Friday After Next. The thing that really blew Katt up, especially in the black community, Katt became a superstar. He played Money Mike in Friday After Next, and he was this like hilarious pimp character that he put a lot of his own artistic creativity in it, and that's from Ice Cube's own mouth. It was supposed to be a small role. Ice Cube also made a video about it, and he came out and he talked about it, right? So, so Katt put himself into it. Okay, so here's what I'm saying about there's different perspectives. This is Katt's truth. Katt has heard these people talk about what happened, and he felt slighted. He felt like, hey, you're not telling the story correct, so he gave his version of the story. But in any situation, in any conflict, you got to listen to both sides, and someplace in the middle is the truth. Here's what I think would happen. And this is even what from Ice Cube from Ice Cube too, the producer of the movie. So Ricky Smiley goes into audition for this part of Money Mike. They go, all right, you know what? This guy's big right now. You know what? You did okay. We're gonna give you the part. And they tell Ricky Smiley, you know what? You got the part, bro. This is your part. Then they're still auditioning people, and Katt Williams comes in and blows them away. And just, it would be a crime to not give him this part. Like, he was so good at this part. They were like, oh, man. All right, hey, Ricky, here's another role. You're not going to be that role. We're giving you this role instead. This guy's just too good. And then they gave the role to Katt Williams, and then Katt's like, he made it better, right? And he wrote lines. And they were like, yo, this guy's so good. We got to add this character to the movie more. Okay, now, cut to you're Ricky Smiley, and how are you going to retell this story? How are you going to tell people? Because are you going to tell people, yeah, man, I auditioned for this part, and then there was this other dude came in, and he was way better than me, and they gave the part to him. You not telling the story like that. You're not going to retell the story like that. You might retell the story like, yeah, being a part of that movie was great. They actually like switched the roles. I ended up being this other character, and Katt ended up being that character. Like, you're not going to say this dude. I mean, you should probably. I mean, I don't think there's any shame in being like, yeah, when you see the end product 20 years later, you should be able to look at it and be like, yeah, that, man. But I get the competitive nature of being a comic. You're competitive, right? But like, it's 20 years later. Just come out and be like, yeah, that dude, I almost had the part, and then Katt came in and just took it because he was so good. Ain't no shame in that. But if you telling the story in a way that makes it seem like, oh yeah, but I get why he would do it like that. So if you're Katt, of course you're going to be like, yo, what? That's lies. And so he has his perspective. And I think that there's some truth in the middle of all of it. So, I think that that's kind of what happened. That's just my perspective about, what happened in that particular situation. You know what I'm saying? But, I do think also Katt, like somebody said in the chat, he embellishes things, and I just want to remind people that this is his perspective. Now, when it comes to Steve Harvey and the Kings of Comedy and all that stuff, this is not new stuff. They've been talking about their beef for years now. It's not just Katt Williams bringing up the fact that there was some tension between Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey and Cedric about who should go first, who should go last, who, you're putting out this thing called the kings of comedy, meaning like you're saying you guys are the best. And when you're a comic, you think you're the best, period. I know I'm a great comic. In any room I'm in, I'm like, I'm the funniest dude in this room. That's how I feel. That's how I try to perform. Okay. So all comics feel this way. So there's been tension between them for a long time about what happened, but we'll never really know the behind the scenes. And Katt has given his perspective about what he thinks, And the thing too is like, again, the interview on Club Shay Shay, is fascinating. And I highly recommend it's almost 3 hours long, and it's worth every hour. Just listening to this guy. Yes, there's some like really embellishing and like really like, he's really going in on certain things, and he's done this before. But like when he just talks about himself, Shannon Sharpe really got into it with him and let him like tell his story, and Katt's a real fascinating character. And listen, he's a great comic, like one of the best. And it's just that I think that he's gotten, people have a weird perception of him. I think that especially probably white people don't know who Katt Williams is, or maybe they have is that the ghetto comic, or that like there's a little bit of race, prejudice involved in like why he is or isn't what he is. It's not a bad thing. It's per se. It's just like, it's just kind of like if you're like a middle America white person and you've never watched, like you think all black comedy is the same, and I think that Def Jam and Comic View and all these things sort of perpetuated that this is how black comics are and this is what black comedy is, but it's not. It's way more nuanced. It's way more in-depth than that. There's a lot of some of the greatest comics ever are black, and because of their experiences and where they talk. Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, they're also great orators. They speak a certain way and you want to listen to what they have to say, But anyway, my point is Katt Williams is great. So there's all these people like talking about him, and all these comics are mad at him, and there are people saying like, oh, he's just trying to be relevant doing this. Nah, man, Katt's relevant because of who he is. He's chosen this path that he's on, but when he gets out there and puts something out and he speaks, it's worth watching. It's worth listening to. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So again, you got to take a lot of the things he says, some of the things with a little grain of salt. It's like, he's he's a storyteller too. It's like the part about Ricky Smiley when he was like, "Oh, it's in my contract that he wear a dress." No freaking way. Okay, like if you're Ricky Smiley's people, this would have came out already. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no way what lawyer would be like, yes. Yeah, he got to wear a dress or he can't be in the movie. Like that kind of stuff is like an embellishing of the story that you're just kind of like, all right, come on, Katt. Why would you say that? But, he's out there doing his thing. So I'm not condoning some of the things that he said. I'm just saying I understand this personality. And I'm saying it's very fascinating personality. So, you take from it what you want when you watch it. You take from it what you want. But, the dude's undeniable, and I think everybody, and I guess you could say that about me right now because I'm talking about it, is going to try to capitalize off of what that is. That's how dynamic of a personality that guy is. That's how powerful all this was. That video has like something like 40 million, let me see. It's up to 41 million views. Cause you just look at this and you're just like, damn, this dude is something else. You know what I mean? Like he's made it like this is for older people too, because like most people don't even want to watch something for this amount of time, 3 hours. But yeah, this is an in-depth interview into the personality of a person to really like it. And then it's okay to disagree with him, but you can still listen, That's what we got to get back to. It's like a discourse he's having. So he may be saying some things that are like outrageous, but you're just going to listen and you can pick and choose. Some of these things I like, some of these things I don't, but he shouldn't be shut down, right? Because that's where this society is going. So I'm thankful for Shannon Sharp and Club Shay Shay and Katt Williams for going on and making people want to be like, oh yeah, oh let's hear what this guy. Let's hear him out. Let's hear him out. Agree or disagree, but let's hear him out. All right, a lot to get to today, guys. So I don't want to like stay on that. I might go into it in depth more as the time goes on about it. Okay, so but we'll see. So over the past weekend, you had the Golden Globes. Shout out to Joe Coy for for hosting the Golden Globes, and it is what it is, man. There's some people say he did a fine job, and there's people some of the jokes didn't hit and whatever. But you know what? This is a tough job, man. This is a tough job. And you have to look at it in context of everything that's happened in the past few years. So they stopped the Golden Globes because they felt like there was some prejudice going on. There was from like, I don't want to say racism, but there was like some like, minorities weren't getting anything at the Golden Globes in the process of making it and the voting and everything. So they went away, and that's just a sign of what's happening in society right now. And then you also had Ricky Gervais as the host for like 2 or 3 years. And hilarious. I love Ricky Gervais. And what he was doing is hilarious as a comic. I love it because he was roasting people and he was making points. But you know what? I'm at my award show. Can I just get my award show without getting clowned? I've talked about this before. It'd be like you in college and they call your name. They don't just call your name for your diploma. You know how they call your names at a graduation? It would be like if they went like this. Erik Griffin. Eric be thinking he's studying, and then the guy clowns me. He clowns me in front of my friends and family as I'm getting my diploma. There's a certain part of like Hollywood who are full of bitches, by the way, full of like just dumb liberalism, soft ass bitches. That's a problem too, by the way. I get that, just in too much politics. But anyway, they don't want that. I'm dressed up. My family's watching at home. Can you just give me my award? And then at the same time, too, you got, all these people in middle America or all the people that are like, they're conservative and they voted for Trump and they vote, they vote Republican. And then you got to watch award shows and see these people clowning your beliefs at an award show. And you're like, hey, man, I like that movie. Can I see if my favorite movie won an award without you getting on my politics? So I think that's a lot of that has happened to the Golden Globe ceremony in the past few years. And then you had Gerard Carmichael last year. I love Gerard Carmichael. He's one of my best friends. Okay, I love him. But like I called him and clowned him about what he was doing. I was like, Gerard, why are you sitting down? I was like, only you would sit down to do your monologue at the Golden Globes. But he was very like, hey. He was commenting on what had happened at the Golden Globes and why they chose him. He was like, I'm here because I'm black. And it was like very much like, yeah, I think we all feel that. But, he made it uncomfortable, right? And as a comic, that's what we think you need to do. And what I'm saying, but at the Golden Globes, they're like, I think let's just make this about the awards, give out awards, play music, and just have an escape from all this. And I don't think anybody wanted to host it. I love Joe Coy, but like I don't understand why they picked Joe Coy to host this. He's not necessarily in TV shows and movies. He's not necessarily a recognizable face, to the masses. But this dude's a multi-millionaire. He sells out the Forum. He sells out stadiums all over the world, so people do know who he is. But on a scale for this, I don't know if he was the first choice, but there was probably a lot of people that were like, nah, I don't want to do that. I'm stepping away from that. Or and then he was like, I'll do it. And he did a fine job. You know what I mean? Like the ratings were up because he made it light and fun. And there was probably a mandate from somebody, and I don't know this for sure, but I'm sure it was like, hey, can we just have fun this time? Guys, the writers, they were like, hey, should we clown this thing? And they were like, how about we just make some fun jokes and pass out awards and move and keep it moving. And I think Joe Coy was perfectly suited for that. He was super nervous, and who wouldn't be in that situation? And I think that if he did it again, if he had to do it again tomorrow, I'm sure it would be a whole lot better. He'd be more comfortable. But hopefully this launches him into, being more of a public figure because now everybody knows who he is. And it's crazy because there's people, all his millions of fans are like, oh, we've been on the Joe Coy train. Where y'all been? So good for him for all that. But it was, there are people still talking about it, but, they should just let it go because the dude did a fine job. You know what I mean? With all things considered. You know what I mean? So it's like, just, what it is. Yeah, but Jim Gaffigan, I see people in the chat talking about the Jim Gaffigan joke. You have to actually watch it because Jim Gaffigan is just he has a way of saying things that makes whatever he's saying kind of it's easily palatable to your ears and senses. He just made a funny joke because of what's going on right now with the Epstein, which we're going to get to next. It's like, yeah, he made this joke and everybody laughed because of Jim Gaffigan, the way he said it. I mean, he could have said it with some if Ricky Gervais was saying the same joke, it would have hit completely different, right? But it was Jim Gaffigan. So, but this is what people do. They look back and try to overanalyze and make it more than it was. He was just having it was a funny joke in the moment. So, and that's the way you want to do your political quote unquote jokes, the make a point jokes. You should make it in a way where people can laugh and still go, oh yeah, ooh, that guy got him. You know what I mean? And we can still keep it moving. Sometimes it could come off too harsh, and it's like, that's not the time and place. This is a freaking award show. You know what I mean? So anyways, so in this year, we're not putting up with, no bullshit this year from, people. So, because I already see listen, I don't have to, this is my channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my channel. And there are a million, it's like airline. When an airline pilot says, you have a lot of choices in podcasts, but thank you for choosing Riffin with Griffin. But I reserve the right to refuse any customer. Okay? I'm like the donut shop, and if you come into my donut shop and you have your shirt off and no shoes and you acting crazy, I have the right to be like, you know what? You can't have any of my donuts. Get the hell out of my shop. That's how it's going to be around these parts, sir. So if you come in here with some bullshit about my friends, about other podcasts I do, or just talking smack about people that are whatever, I don't have to have you here. Bye. That's how that's going to go. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get into another crazy thing that happened as this Jeffrey Epstein list came out. A lot of people are talking about it, making fun, freaking Stephen Hawking was on the list. Jeffrey Epstein, man, this dude, he probably got whatever that is I'm talking about before, like a Katt Williams, like that sort of charisma. He obviously has some sort of charisma, whatever, because, he convinced a lot of people that he was an important person, and he connected a lot of important people, and at the same time had this terrible darkness in him where he was doing some terrible things to people, right? And he deserved to die, So the thing about this thing, though, about this list that has come out, this is not what I don't like about it is, this isn't some like official list, like some investigators were like, all right, here's all the people associated with Jeffrey Epstein, and this is how it happened. No, it's actually connected to the case, a particular case, and this is just stuff that was found in discovery. But the way they're putting this out, it's like guilt by association. So you could take that however you want. There's a part of all of us that feels like if you went on Jeffrey Epstein's plane and flew to the island more than one time, there's a part of us that's like, how did you not know or see what was going on? Was it one plane? Did they fly back and forth? Were the billionaires and whoever flying by themselves and then they put the girls on the plane? Or were the girls on the plane, were they already there? Did he fly them there separately? Then they're waiting and then went and got everybody? Like, what are, like, just get into the weeds and the nuance of everything that actually happened. But we don't know. They're not releasing that, So, but anyways, so they put out this list. And what I don't like about it is they go, like, these are the people associated with Jeffrey Epstein. But it's like, okay, well, but what happened, Like, what were they doing? So, like, for instance, a big name on the list that is, like, so polarizing is Trump, But according to this thing and according to, so testimony from the girl, right, is that that one time they diverted the plane to New Jersey to visit a businessman in 2001 at one of his casinos. They to visit Trump. Epstein knew Trump. Trump's a power player. He's in the casinos and making money. Epstein's on the, he knows Epstein is a power player that knows Prince Andrew and all these famous and rich people. So, but then so he goes and then they ask the lady, hey, did you massage Trump? And she said, I did not. All right. And then they couldn't even land in New York. They diverted the plane to New Jersey. And from these documents, it says, well, Epstein was like, oh, cool. Since we're in New York, I want to go check out my boy Trump. Let me go visit Trump. But when you put his name out, and listen, I'm no Trump fan, by the way, okay? And that doesn't mean I'm a Biden fan either. Both these motherfuckers need to go away, right? But anyways, to put his name out like this is shameful because it looks as if you're trying to say, oh, anybody that knew Epstein was a pedophile. Anybody that knew Epstein was was doing terrible things. And it's like he put himself in a position of power through some nefarious means and through just being a savvy business guy. And he also was doing terrible things. But not everyone that came across him was guilty of something. And to put it out like this, all right, here's the list. Uh-oh, look who's on the list. And it's like, whoa. Can we get some more facts about this list? Because, most people that just look at the internet say, y'all are stupid. Y'all don't really care about facts. Y'all don't care about nuance. Y'all don't care about having a discourse. It's just, you see the words, Epstein, Trump. Oh my God, guess what that means? And it's like, no, let's get into the weeds. But it goes for all of these people that are on the list, like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, this guy's dead. You know what I mean? Like, his name's already been dragged through the mud so many times with stuff, whether we don't know what's true or what's not true. But even in this situation, what they came out with, wait, let me go to that one. What they came out with, question, did you ever meet anybody famous when you were with Jeffrey Epstein? The lady responds, I met Michael Jackson. Oh, really? And where was that? At his house in Palm Beach, at Jeffrey's house in Palm Beach, she says, okay. Did you massage him? No. Okay. That's the extent of what Michael Jackson's involvement was in Jeffrey. What I'm saying is we don't know enough from these documents to just be like everyone associated with him is guilty, I just feel like if you're going to put something out like this out, then you have someone like Bill Clinton. This dude's been on he on the plane numerous times. You know what I'm saying? Public, what did they say about Bill Clinton? Wait, where's the Bill Clinton one? Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew's accuser testified that Epstein told her that Mr. Clinton likes them young, referring to girls. So that's from the testimony from the girl. This girl is saying Epstein said that, right? Another woman who brought a testimony against said also mentions the American politician several times, Again, is there someone admitting to doing something with Clinton? Or one of these girls coming out how come they didn't ask him that? They asked about Michael Jackson, hey, did you massage Michael Jackson? Where's the question, did you massage Bill Clinton? So Mr. Clinton himself has said he flew on Epstein's plane 4 times, including twice to Africa, because they worked together on a humanitarian project. But those meetings took place before the financier came under investigation, he said, and he had no knowledge of his crimes. I don't understand when they were in this investigation and asking about certain people, why they didn't ask the same questions. So that's what I'm saying, that I don't appreciate this thing being put out like it's a mixtape, like it's some sort of like, album release with like no like in-depth facts because, but by the way, if you're a person that's like, if you knew Epstein and you had association with him for a number of time, years or whatever, I get you, anybody being like, how did you not know? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's also what's unfair. That's why they took so long to put this out. That's why people are still fighting. That's why Jimmy Kimmel was so mad at Aaron Rodgers for like, hey, man, don't just say my name like that, the association with Epstein, because that's what people are going to do. But that's what the media does. I find it hilarious that Jimmy Kimmel, who is like very much a liberal talk show host, who makes jokes about people's misfortune and just saying things, associates people with stuff and makes people's lives miserable. And so that's what Aaron Rodgers did. Made a joke, whatever, whether it was true or not. He said his thing, and then Jimmy Kimmel like fucking attacked. He was like, don't you ever, and I totally get that. But like, where's that energy for other people in the world? That people just like put accusations out about people with not a lot of information, and then where's the follow-up? Where's the anger from people being like, hey, can we get all the facts? But we don't seem to have all the facts, And again, like even like I see somebody saying like, when you say the words like, well, Bill Clinton likes him young. Like, I mean, what is he implying? Like Bill Clinton at the time, how old was he? Was he like, is he 50 and the girls he was getting with are 26 and up, or even like how if you're 50 and the chick's 30, then okay, you like them young. Is that what that means? But we don't know. There's no nuance, But I just don't appreciate that they did like ask everybody the same questions. Ask the girl the same question about all of these people. When did you meet them? What was the nature of it? Did you do anything with this person? Ask those questions, and then they just put the things out. But maybe more things are going to come out. But I'm not surprised the dude was killed, in my opinion. And this is why. Because I'm not saying everybody's innocent at all. Some of these people did some bad stuff, and he knew about it. He was probably taping them. Listen, man, this ain't no new thing. Epstein in 2005 was being investigated. 2005, that's almost 19 years ago, he was being investigated, and then somehow just like nothing happened, right? Because he had stuff on powerful people. So there is some stuff to be found out. There is some like, they got to find this stuff out, and people should be brought to justice, I guess, right? That's what, the point of this is. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know if it should be tried in the press. I don't know the way this is being put out is the fair way to the victims and to the people whose names are just being brought up. It's unfair to Trump. It's unfair to Clinton. It's unfair to all the people on that list. It's like, it's unfair. I think it's unfair this isn't servicing justice as so much as it's getting clicks and getting people to watch podcasts, right? All right. Man, I got so much to talk about. Here we go. Okay, so let me see. What did I hit on? I got the Joe Coy. I got Katt Williams. I got the Jeffrey Epstein. Damn, I wanted to get into the NFL. Let's do a brief NFL. This is exciting stuff, man. The NFL playoffs are about to start. And I mean, the year started funky. We thought it was going to be like the Jets. We thought the Jets were going to be one of the best teams. Kansas City was going to be one of the best teams. Buffalo, all these teams, and it just didn't work out like that. And it did at the same time. So you got the Ravens, number 1 seed, best team in the NFL, in my opinion, doing great. They had the best record in the league. They got Lamar Jackson, all that drama. He got paid, and it worked out. Because, look, Bills, tough start to the year. But now they started 6-6, and now they're 11 and they finished 11-7, and they got the number 2 seed in the East, and they won the AFC East. Crazy. Like, the Bills are the scariest team, in my opinion. They're the scariest team. If they win the Super Bowl, not going to be shocked. Chiefs, they're having a down year. It would be a shocker to me if they won the Super Bowl with that team. They're going to have to retool. But even with all that, number 3 in the AFC. Texans, best story to me, the best story. It's the best story. Rookie coach, rookie quarterback. From a franchise that had all that Deshaun Watson stuff going on, they've completely turned it around. They've washed their history of that, and here they are. And then you got the Steelers. I mean, Mike Tomlinson is just one of the greatest coaches ever. Never had a losing season, and now they finished 10 and whatever. It's crazy. To me, it's just bananas that they finished how they finished. And then the Dolphins, they've only beaten one good team all year. They're decimated by injury, and if they win this game against the Chiefs, I'd be shocked. And then my sleeper team for the AFC is the Browns. I think the Browns have a chance to actually go to the Super Bowl and win it. I wouldn't want to play them. They got the number 1 defense. Flacco's got experience. He's playing with house money. He's like, man, he's like, I already got a freaking contract. I mean, a Super Bowl. So whatever. Let's go. He's just playing with nothing. So then they got in the NFC, the Niners, best team all year, too. Second best team finishing, but they're a great team. I think it's going to. If it's Niners, Ravens in the championship, we're not going to be shocked. Cowboys, is this the year the Cowboys are going to do it? I don't know. I don't trust Dak Prescott in the playoffs, so he's got to prove it to all of us, and we'll see. And this is a great year to do that. The Lions, another team that went from rags to riches. They had a great finish to last year, and we thought they would be this good, and I think they're just getting better. And if they don't do it this year, they're going to be the dangerous team next year. I think they'll be favored next year. Buccaneers, give it up for Baker Mayfield. This freaking dude, 4th team. He was a number 1 pick. Disastrous career so far. And look, he finished with a better record than Tom Brady's last year, and now they're in the playoffs, and they won that garbage division again. And then you got the Packers. Shout out to Jordan Love. Finally, he's doing it. He's proven he is a starting quarterback. Got the team to the playoffs. No rookie, a person. He's not a rookie, but like first-year starter in Green Bay has done this. Brett Favre didn't get to the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers didn't get to the playoffs in his first year. Then you got the Rams, my sleeper team in the NFC. I think the Rams, I'm not going to be shocked if the Rams make it to the Super Bowl, but, And then the Eagles, debacle of a season, get them out of here. Garbanzo beans, all right? I don't want to hear about the Eagles anymore. It's just a travesty how they are, man. So, to the Eagles, man. So, enough with them. Man, this is a big episode. We got so much we're talking about. All right, so let's finish off with something light. I want to talk about these 2 movies that I saw that I want to talk about. So I went to see the movies. Rachel was up for going to see a movie. So we went to see this movie called Poor Things. Poor Things. And it stars Emma Stone. And shout out to Emma Stone for winning the Golden Globe for her performance. This is the weirdest movie I've seen in a long time. So the story of it is like the incredible tale about the fantastical evolution of Bella Baxter, a young woman brought back to life by a brilliant, unorthodox scientist, Dr. Goodwin Baxter. Okay, that's a soft way of saying what this movie is about, man. Spoiler. So this is spoiler time. I'm not going to tell you everything that happens, but I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what the movie is about. So, what's his name? William Dafoe plays like Dr. Frankenstein, okay? And he finds Emma Stone's body in the river, okay? And she's dead, but she has a baby. She's pregnant, and she has a baby inside of her, and the baby's still alive. So Dr. Frankenstein, he decides to take the brain of the baby and put it in the body of the woman and reanimate her. And so then the movie goes from there. And you're sort of watching Emma Stone have an evolution of being this like baby to like a woman, in this like really weird universe. Mark Ruffalo is in it, and he is so funny. I wish he was not. I don't know if he was nominated or not, but he was hilarious in this movie, right? Again, I think that this movie is one of those movies that artsy fartsy people would sit around and talk about it and being like, oh, well, her character represents the such and such and such and such. I really feel like it's one of those movies. I don't know offhand what I think the point of this movie was and the point it was trying to make on the grand scheme of the universe, but I do know that it does make a point, and I'm going to think about it some more, right? Because it is a very strange movie. Two of my friends are in it. Gerard Carmichael's in it, and Rami Youssef's in it. Great, and everybody's great in the movie. It's never boring, but it is weird as hell. But let me just say this though about the movie that I thought was like something, and I know there was a point to it, but I don't know what it is. But I'll say this: Emma Stone, she gets fucked in this movie, like pornographic. Like there's so much nudity from her in this. Like I didn't think she was that kind of actress. Like I don't think I can recall any other time in a movie where she's done this much nudity and sex scenes. So even if you're not into the artsy fartsy part of it, and you're just if you're into Emma Stone, this is the movie to go watch. And I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised by the movie itself. But damn, she gets dick down in this movie. I mean, I was like, damn, Emma Stone. You can, and by the way, and she ain't getting digged down by like Ryan Gosling type dudes either. That's another thing you have to see that's really strange to the movie. But it's all part of the story. And I will say again, I know that there's a grander point being made in this movie. I just don't know what it is yet, but I for sure am going to like investigate further because I would like to watch it again, and not for the part that this was just a real fascinating movie. But like I say, worth the watch. It's worth the watch, man. So check it out. Okay, so that's that movie, and then the last movie that I saw that I wanted to talk about is this movie Saltburn on what do you call it? It was on Amazon. Saltburn. Okay. You got to check this out, man. This Saltburn is like, so it stars Barry Cogan, Jacob. I don't know these other guys, whatever, but just Barry, that's the guy Barry right there in the white shirt. This is the second most bizarre movie I've watched in a while. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it. It's called Saltburn. So the description says, a student at Oxford University finds himself drawn into a world of charming and aristocratic classmates who invites him to his eccentric family's sprawling estate for a summer never to be forgotten. That is just honestly not what the movie's about. You know what I mean? If I'm being 100, that's not what the movie is about, man. I'm not even going to keep that up just so I could see, Yeah, man. Thomas Driscoll in the chat, brother. Everything. That's all I'm going to say about that comment. Anyways, Saltburn is like a real strange movie. Very homoerotic without being gay at all, right? Sort of. There's like when I first saw the movie and I was like the beginning and what was happening, I thought there was is this like a gay love story? That's what you're going to think the movie's about, honestly. You're going to think that's what it's about. But I'm telling you right now, it's just a portion. It's like, it's a small part of like an overall story that you have to watch this movie to the end. I will not spoil this movie. I'm not going to spoil this movie, but like there's some real strange things. And this dude, Barry Cogan, he's going to be the new Joker. This dude does an outstanding job, right? And then like, of course, the big thing everybody's talking about is like, there's this end scene where he's dancing around this mansion butt-ass naked. And he butt-ass naked. A lot of dick in this. Just prepare yourself for that. A lot of dick. In this part. He goes in, and the boy blessed. I'm not gonna lie. Boy packing. And he talks about it. It was all me. But like, it's such a weird movie. So many weird things happen. you know, and it's very like a talented Mr. Ripley type story if you like that movie. But it like some really strange stuff. Like Riggs in the chat. I thank you for bringing that part up. Like so when you think of like it's homoerotic sort of, the things that happen aren't what you think. It's not like you're gonna see somebody getting blown, or like, you know, it's not gonna be like some like you know, like straight on man sex. No. The homoerotic part is like some bizarre ass stuff. I'm gonna give you one spoiler because the guy said it in the thing. So Barry, the guy's character, so there's this other character, and it's played by what's the guy's name? I think it's played by his name is Jacob. That's the guy, Jacob Elordi. He's in Euphoria. Okay, he's like the jock in Euphoria, who's you know what I mean. But anyways, so he's the guy everybody likes. Okay, so he's like, and he's taking a bath. All right, and then the other guy, Barry, his room, their rooms are connected at this estate that he's staying at, and they have to share a bathroom, and he's peeking in on the dude taking a bath. Okay, and the guy's taking a bath, and the guy's masturbating, right? And so then the guy leaves, and then later Barry gets into the bathtub, all right, and he's like drinking the water. And there's like so many bizarre scenes like that. Flashy Beat said, I'm gonna respectfully pass. Okay, I mean, listen, I get it. Okay, listen, I get it. I'm just telling you, it's not about that. But those scenes are in the movie on purpose to make you uncomfortable about everything that's happening and who these people are. But when you see what happens in the end, you're gonna be like, oh, what? So anyways, that's that. I give both Poor Things and Saltburn 8 woo-woos. Woo, 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 woo. I forgot to count the woos, but we did it. But everybody, look, Riffin with Griffin, this year, we are really going to, I'm going to do more lighthearted stuff on the Wednesday free episodes. And then I'm going to have like, you know, get into the weeds of some things and really give some like stronger opinions on stuff in the Patreon episode, which I'll be doing live on Mondays on Twitch. So if you're interested in me, you know, if you like hearing my thoughts about stuff and you just really want to get into it, and there could be some back and forth in the chat, that episode will be up on Patreon Mondays. YouTubers, Twitch subscribers. So if you want to support the show, you could be any one of those. And I'm on Twitch every single day anyway, gaming. So if you want to support me and keep me going, because I got to stay home a lot right now because of this baby that's coming. So, you know, it's going to be, I'm committed to making Riffin with Griffin better. And, you know, we'll see, you know, where it goes from there. Since I see Fishy in the thing, because you know what time it is now, and we still doing our, I gotta make a title for that. I gotta make a rap recap title. That'll be kind of dope, right? But we'll put it here, man. Oh yeah, you know what time it is. It's that rap recap, and we back 2024. Erik G up in the door. Got other podcasts on the floor. Whoo, y'all know the score. I ain't no whore. You know the lore. Let me check my pour. Woo, NFL playoffs this week. I hope my team don't get beat. That Epstein List. Everybody is the shit. Get more nuance. Then we can dance. Whatever. Probably not supposed to rap about the Epstein List. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching Riffin with Griffin. We're back, stronger, better than ever. And I appreciate you guys being here every single week. So, and if you want to send me a beat, Erik at ericgriffin.com. Thanks out for the fishy beats. Thanks for all the people that send beats. Love all y'all. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you on Monday. And I'll see you next Wednesday.